Hello there! Welcome back to the channel. I am super happy to have you here. My name is Violet, and in today's video I did this full face of makeup from the Dollar Tree. Yes, all of these products costed $1 each, and this is how the final result turned out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Full face of Dollar Tree is gonna happen right now. For primer at the Dollar Tree, it's kind of hard to find, I've noticed, but I found hard candy at the dollar store and I'm super excited. This is the Hard Candy Coconut Water Infused 12-Hour Radiance Primer Mist. So this is what it looks like. And on the back it says, this lightweight primer mist hydrates skin and revitalizes radiance. You will get the benefits of priming, hydrating, and refreshing your face. Coconut water infused to boost hydration, benefits for up to 12 hours. Leaves skin soft, smooth, and supple. It says you can use as a primer to hydrate and prep skin, or apply on top of makeup to set. Alright, so I just went ahead and applied this, and it actually is very hydrating. As I sprayed it on my face got very wet looking, like I just got another shower, like a very wet face. It felt so cooling and so hydrating. My face actually looks a little bit of it's got dewdrops, it's a little dewy, which looks nice. For foundation, I found Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. I did pick up the shade called Soft Ivory, and this is supposed to be a light to warm foundation, or at least shade. It's supposed to help eliminate white particle reflection, says goodbye photo flashback. It's tested under 7 light conditions with top smartphone models, with and without flash. I went ahead and applied 2 layers as you saw in the clips, and I wouldn't classify this as a foundation as it says. I would probably classify this as more of a BB cream. It's a very lightweight foundation. I did feel like at first whenever I applied the little dots on my face where it's going to be applying and blending it out, it is very runny, so you do have to work fast with it. Coverage wise, it's not too bad. I mean, it does show a blemish here, and then there is a few blemishes on this side of my face, and it does show this little blemish here in the middle that I've been dealing with. But overall, it's very light coverage. The only problem I'm having is right here on my nose. It looks like it is showing a lot of texture. For concealer, I actually ended up picking 3. 2 are from the same brand and 1 is just a different one. But I found that this one first whenever I was initially having the idea in my head. It is from Wet n Wild. It is the Instant Flawless Complexion Illuminati Highlighting and Concealing Pen. The other 2 that I picked up, and I was extremely shocked to find at the dollar store, Milani concealers. But this is the Retouch and Erase. It's a light lifting concealer, conceals dark circles, covers spots, blemishes, and imperfections, brightens and revitalizes. It's a quick and buildable coverage, color corrects through light technology, minimizes the look of dark shadows and wrinkles, blends easily, won't crease or settle into fine lines. I think I'm going to go in with medium light from the Milani Retouch and Erase concealer. Alright, thoughts on this concealer so far? Yeah, I mean, it is very yellow based, as you can see as you saw in the clips. I applied it just on a few of my blemishes, and I don't feel like it covered anything. I don't find this to be very blendable. It does say you can blend with the foam tip applicator, so maybe next time I will try that instead of my beauty blender, because it was very difficult, and I don't know if it's also just a beauty blender that I'm using as well. But it didn't really cover too much underneath my eyes or the dark circles. You can kind of still see them peeking through. Did have trouble blending around this eye particularly. For some reason, a big huge strip of my makeup came off here, so I had to go and keep blending. And then up here, I do feel like it was I was blending and it was coming off as well. And my blemish, I guess, got disrupted, so it's a little irritated and more red than usual. So that concealer is just not my favorite. To set my face, I also grabbed two different options. They're both from Wet n Wild. One is the Coverall pressed powder, and this is in the shade called Light Medium. It's supposed to be an all-day wear, radiant weightless finish, Visibrite Complex reduces the appearance of wrinkles and rejuvenates the skin. Or I picked up the Wet n Wild Photofocus pressed powder, and this one is in the shade called Warm Light. Face is set, and again I used that Coverall pressed powder, the Cool Raw, almost said it like that. It says it's a radiant finish. I mean, I don't really see that. It is very weightless. It didn't feel like anything applying on my skin. I did feel like I had to keep patting my brush into the compact to get a lot of the powder and set my face. But it does look very nice on the skin. I do feel like it was my saving grace right here on the nose. It's a lot less textured than it looked when I applied the foundation. So that's pretty good. For brows, I found this LA Colors Defines and Fills Brow Pencil. I do like pencils for my brows, and I got the shade called Dark Brown. This was, I think, the second to darkest shade that I could find that would hopefully work for me. But this says it easily fills in brows for a natural looking finish, which is what I achieve. Oh, and these are in 5 different shades. Done, and I'm actually pretty pleased with this. This pencil was actually really soft. I wasn't too hard on my skin. I didn't really feel it. Color payoff was actually pretty nice. It is a little, it does pull a little reddish brown, which it's okay since my hair color does have some red in it, so I don't mind that too much. It did fill in my brows. My brows look pretty natural, which is what I tend to go for. And it applied very nicely. I didn't have any trouble. For the next 3 steps, bronzer, blush, and highlighter, I've actually already used these products. I already have first impressions on them. Run through these steps really quick. Not much to say, but I do like all of those. And then we'll come back and we'll work on the eyes, which I am excited to show you all some of these products that I picked up. But I found this huge full-size palette from Hard Candy for $1. Like, that is crazy. This is the Look Pro eyeshadow palette, and this is in the color story called Rose Gold. Just look how pretty that is. And then the original palette that I bought that I hauled, well, I hauled both of these, but that I was originally going to use in this video is from LA Colors. It's called the 3-color shadow in the color story called Sunflower. So I will go ahead and speed up this process, and I will meet you back here for the lips. For mascara, I didn't pick up anything because none of it was waterproof, and I need waterproof mascara for my lashes to hold up. I am going to be using false lashes, so I'm going to quickly hop off camera, put on mascara, and then we'll meet back here for the lashes and lip color. For lashes, I'm actually going to go into the Ioni 3D Foaming Lashes in this style called Wispy Long Crisscross, which again, these are what they look like. I feel like with this like almost neutral, natural, simple, everyday look, I don't want to stray away too heavily for lashes, too dramatic ones. Lashes are on, and we're gonna go ahead and do lip color. Now, this lip color is not by any means a spring lip color or a summer lip color. but it is the one that was in the bin, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna do it. I want to try this shade. I have tried this formula and brand before, and I absolutely love the colors that I own and the brand of it. It is called Remy Rose, and this is their Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks. I believe, yes, this is the shade called Penny. Almost forgot this last step, which is pretty crucial in my makeup routine, but I forgot to set my face, and I have two setting sprays, both from Hard Candy, because I couldn't decide on which one to grab, and I was like, I guess I could try some more. So the first one I picked up is called the 12-Hour Protection Setting Spray, and the second one I picked up is 12-Hour Longwear Setting Spray, which is the one I'm actually going to use in today's video. It's Sheer Envy Setting Spray, Fade Resistant, Fights Humidity, Cucumber Extract, 12-Hour Wear, and Hydration. It's a weightless spray that locks in makeup for all-day wear. Spray over foundation, eyeshadow, blush, and concealer to set your makeup look. This setting spray works even in the worst weather conditions and lasts all day and night without melting, cracking, fading, or settling into fine lines. Here is the final and completed look for this Dollar Tree makeup challenge, or full face of Dollar Tree makeup. I am actually kind of pleased at some of these products, and I am not pleased at some of these other products. So I think I'm going to start off with the good things first, because we always want to hear about the good things, the happy positive stuff first. I actually quite liked the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer Mist. I do feel like this hydrated my skin. I do feel like it really prepped my skin. It gave a nice base. It was very cooling and refreshing. I am really excited to continuously use this and try something new. Next product that I liked is the Wet n Wild Coverall Pressed Powder. I feel like this gave a nice soft finish. It did set my makeup really nicely, and I don't feel like it looks too like fake or like too makeup-y kind of feeling. It is very like lightweight. I don't feel like it added too much coverage or too much extra color. I feel like this shade match was pretty decent, and I am actually kind of excited to further use this. The next ones are, of course, the highlighter, bronzer, and blushes that I talked about, saying that I've already used these before. I really like this highlighter. This can be a very soft, non-blinding highlight, and it can be built up to a blinding highlighter. Bronzer, I do really like the bronzer. It is more like a highlighter, not a highlighter, excuse me, contour shade, and it did show up. It did blend very nicely on top of all the other products I have used. This one, and it gave me a nice like flush of pink. It is slightly pigmented to where you can build it up a little bit, and you can, tone it down. The palette that I am more excited about is the LA Colors Sunflower shade color, I guess it's called. It's the name Sunflower. I actually really liked these two shades. Sorry, I almost said these two shades, and I'm excited to use this on the eyes in a future video. The next product I am actually pretty pleased by is the LA Colors Brow Pencil. I actually do like the brush of it. I felt like it brushed through my hairs pretty nicely, and the color, although it's more of a pulling a little bit more red brown, I feel like it worked in my favor just due to my hair color. The next product is, of course, the Remy Rose Liquid Lipstick. I love this brand. I love the formula. The next product that I really, really like, and of course it's me who likes them because it's something that I've been obsessed with lately, are these lashes. I love these lashes. I feel like they are very they're just a teeny bit dramatic. They're not too crazy. They are a very wearable length. They are very comfortable. They weren't too difficult to apply. They look very soft and fluttery. Just gorgeous lashes, and I love these. The last product that I actually kind of like, again, it's first impressions, is the Hard Candy Setting Mist. This does smell very much of cucumber once you spray it on the face. I do feel like it kind of softened all of the makeup and just kind of made it look smooth and settled into my skin. It didn't really help this issue on my nose though. It does still look splotchy and it does look kind of holey. And the products that I did not like, that I am not excited whatsoever to continuously use, the first one you already know is this foundation. I I mean, it's not that it's completely terrible, that it's a sucky foundation and it didn't do anything. It is a very light coverage. It's a very much BB cream. It did blend out pretty easily with my beauty blender. The shade match was actually pretty decent. I actually got quite lucky. But the issue right here on my nose is just, it's awful and it doesn't really stick there too much. The concealer from Milani. It's a good thing I didn't pay full price from this because I would have thrown this away immediately. But for y'all and for YouTube, I will hold on to this and keep trying as much as possible. The last product that I'm also not too much a fan of, this palette, it's okay. Again, I only used 2 shades out of this entire palette, so I will have to continuously use more shades and really try all of them and really see where my head is at in future videos and in future time. But this shade, it was okay. It's more of like a shimmer glitter topper. It was coming apart very easily. It did shed all through here. It did have a lot of fallout, and there is still some glitter there underneath. But you can tell if you're like very up close to my face, you can't really tell from this distance. It is very pretty. I would say that it does look like it does in pan. It's just a little hard to work with. And this shade, it was pretty nice. It was okay. It did blend. It did show up. For our check-in, I just wanted to let y'all know that all of this makeup was applied roughly around 10:30, so it is going to hit 2 o'clock, or it is 2 o'clock. But I just wanted to make note of, right after doing my makeup, I had went and eaten breakfast, so I applied the lipstick for the video. Had to eat breakfast, and most of the lip color had come off, mostly in the inside, so I did have to reapply that. And this formula, I feel like, is a little bit different than the other 2 that I do own. I can definitely kind of feel it on my lips a little bit. It is a little more stickier in formulation, and then it does kind of spill out on the sides, so I would probably recommend a lip liner in conjunction with this. But everything else is pretty much holding up quite well, considering most of the products I didn't like. I'm really liking how everything is looking. Everything still looks soft, smooth, blended. Nothing is fading away in discoloration. Nothing's coming apart. 7-hour check-in, and there's a few things that I would like to note real quick. Is that around my nose, it is still pretty splotchy, and it has been ever since this morning. So I feel like it's just the foundation not sticking there, primer just not doing anything in that area. It is coming apart on the top of my lip, and then it is also kind of fading away on my chin. I am also noticing some oiliness on my nose area. I don't normally feel like I get oily. I do have dry skin, but overall everything else has been holding up fairly well. Considering I have been outside, I have been, you know, kind of roaming about, but my makeup actually looks pretty decent after how long I've had it on for. But I love everything else. I'm pretty pleased and pretty shocked at how well all of my $1 makeup has been holding up. So pass it on over to Future Violet and end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this full face of Dollar Tree makeup. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know if you found any makeup wins, makeup flops, anything at the Dollar Tree that I should be looking out for that is worth the $1 price point. As always, I'd love to see you down there. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day and or week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye, guys. If you would like to watch my previous video or be directed to the channel, click the links on your screen.